holy... Pardon my language here, but holy shit. They actually did it. We'll talk about it at the end, but... Oh, man, was this episode amazing. Probably the best of the entire series so far. I literally have no complaints. This is going to be a quick, to-the-point review because I want you guys to go see this as soon as possible. Hell, this entire show for that matter. Just skip 4 and 6. 4 and 6 are the only bad ones. What's up? What's happening? What's going on? Welcome back to Anime Station Reserved for anything with the major, including 2 pieces of movies as well. I am your host, Jackson Small. Welcome back to our look through of X-Men 97, and we are getting close to the end of the entire season. Let's talk about Tolerance is Extinction Part 2. Oh my goodness, this episode is incredible. I don't want to waste any time, let's just dive straight into the summary, and then at the end I'll talk about that scene that I know you all want me to talk about. Xavier's met with some distrust, naturally, but the X-Men focus on stopping Bastion and convincing Magneto to reverse his blackout. Magneto reestablishes his mutant haven on Asteroid M, choosing to leave Earth without power and reject Xavier's dream of mutant-human coexistence. In other words, he turns back to being evil. And honestly, it kind of makes sense. So, points there. He invites the X-Men to join him, which Roberto and Rogue do. Yeah, Rogue goes straight to the dark side, like, dang. Call that unexpected. Also, a thing about Roberto, he finally has his own suit. So that's when he turns into a villain, though. The rest of the X-Men return to their former base on Mirror Island to regroup, before splitting into 2 teams. Cyclops' blue team goes to Asteroid M to confront Magneto, while Storm and Jean's gold team head to Bastion's hideout in the Galapagos Islands with a collar that can block Bastion's technopathy. Technopathy, however you say it. It's telepathy, but it's technology. Severing his control over the Sentinels, the Gold Team battles Sinister and an army of Sentinels that Bastion is powering himself using his technopathy. Sinister takes control of Cable's mind, and uses him to overpower Jean, who sends a desperate psychic message to Cyclops. And, supposedly dies. I mean, it's unclear, but they frame it like she dies. Yikes. Meanwhile, on Asteroid M, Xavier attempts to take control of Magneto's mind because he refuses to listen to reason, but he's blocked out. Then, Wolverine stabs and seriously injures Magneto, who begins ripping the adamantium out of Wolverine's skeleton. Yes, they did that. They did the iconic scene from the comics when Magneto brutally and viciously rips all the adamantium metal out of Wolverine's entire skeleton from the inside out. It is one of the most brutal, violent, and visceral comic book panels in all of Marvel Comics. Like, I haven't read every single X-Men comic, but I recognize that image. It is terrifying. And this animated one, I didn't think they would actually do it in animation because I thought, oh, it's too brutal. They still want the show to be somewhat friendly to kids. No, this is an adult show at this point because they did this scene. This was the moment that cemented that this series, this is for adults. Because it's vicious, it's brutal, it's bloody, and it is the cliffhanger to the end of the episode. And it's a pretty shocking moment, to say the very least. How are they going to come back from it? Who knows? But what I do know is that this moment was amazing. It had my jaw on the ground, and it's honestly this entire episode. It's a huge build-up to this big final episode, which hopefully sticks the landing. Final verdict, 11 out of 10. Check this out if you haven't already. Well, that's it. I'll see you guys next week for the Season 1 finale, Tolerance is Extinction Part 3. Oh, also, I almost forgot to point out costume changes for all the X-Men. We get to see Wolverine in the yellow and brown. Cool. Alright, see you in the next review. Peace.
We cannot take it anymore.